Cool, we're recording. So, I'm going to start by asking you why you think you're here.
Okay. To free me of my mind, my anxieties, trauma.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right. What's your understanding of what I do?
No understanding.
Okay. All right. As in modern society, right, we're not, with the way that we live, we're not, in that, from birth to now, we're not taught as adults how to learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And because of that, purely because of that, the body is in a permanent state of fight and flight because of everything that it sees, hears, smells, tastes and feels, because there's nothing else going on other than the thoughts. Yeah? Make sense? Yeah. Can thoughts feel?
No.
Okay. Are you your thoughts?
Most of the time, yeah.
Are you your thoughts? Are you actually, as a 34-year-old grown-ass man and not a little boy, are you your thoughts? Those things that you just said can't feel, are you those?
No.
Good. How do you know?
I don't.
And that's what you're going to discover today. There's going to be zero doubt by the end of today, mate.
Okay.
You know, because it's kind of, life's a paradox, right? It's like, what you're going to realise, mate, and the reason this is called an awakening ceremony is because you awaken to where you are, what you're doing. And in that, your conditioning falls away because all you are is a big bundle of beliefs. It's everything you know, isn't it? Everything you've ever done, learned, seen, whatever, felt, smelt, tasted. So all this body can do is sense. It has 5 senses. It can smell, see, taste, hear and feel. That's it. Now as a 34-year-old man, those 5 senses, so that is smelling, hearing, seeing, tasting and feeling, whatever's coming through any of your 5 senses right now. So let's take feeling, for example. You can feel it's cooler on your face than it is your chest where you've got clothes on, can't you, for example?
Yeah.
Is that coming, that feeling, is it actually coming with words?
No.
Don't speak. Just breathe into your abdomen. Feel that sensation, feel that collapse, and just drop in it. Don't do anything with it. Don't push it, and breathe, circular. No pausing at the top, brother, and no pausing at the bottom. And you've got it right. Just keep your eyes gently, if you're comfortable, if you feel safe, keep your eyes gently closed, nice and comfortable. And given it's a little bit early, I'm going to just put a blanket over you. If you don't want it or it gets too warm, you're in charge of it. But if it ain't here, you can't do anything with it. So it's all yours. And just breathing into your abdomen, brother, kind of like behind your belly button there. Just breathing into that abdomen with no pause at the top and with no pause at the bottom. Breathing, you own that, brother. You know how to breathe. You was breathing anyway. All we're doing is redirecting that breath that probably, most likely, was going to your chest. And we're just going to do it into your tummy, into your belly button. For no reason. It's like not personal breathing. And you're not doing it, are you? You're not telling the body how to breathe, are you? Please speak. No. You're not telling the body how to sit still, are you? Please speak. No. It's kind of been trained, hasn't it? It's been conditioned to know, based on your prior 34 years and my little preamble, it's kind of senses that this is the right thing to do right now, this body, doesn't it? And you're not going to kind of make it do something crazy, are you? Even though you could if you wanted to, couldn't you? Yeah. So just showing you consciousness. When you're still, when you're here in the body, where you feel the floor pushing in your feet and the chair pushing in your back, you feel this little bit cooler on your face and your arms where you're not covered. And you feel the breeze kissing your face. And all of a sudden you connect into the sounds all the sounds at once, and I want to show you how you don't need to move 1 millimeter, brother. When you put all your awareness into what is being heard. What is being heard? What is being heard? Now go and look for the one that is aware of what is being heard. Just sit still, don't move. No, you can handle it. And breathing into the abdomen, for no reason, just conscious breathing. And notice when you breathe in, your tummy pushes out and it gets a little bit cooler on the end of your nose, and as you breathe out, it gets a little bit warmer on the end of your nose. And you're not doing any of that. It's all just what's happening, isn't it? Please speak. Beautiful. It doesn't need mind, does it, breathing? Please speak.
No.
Cool. Body knows it, because you're not doing the body thing. You're not doing the breathing, the sitting still. Once you have consciously been in the body for 5 minutes, like you have, purely by taking your shoes off and sitting still and connecting with the 5 senses, because that's all this body is. And none of it comes with words. The words are done by the mind afterwards, brother, by the 6th sense. Nothing that is being smelt with words. Nothing that is being heard with words. And putting all of your awareness into the sense of sound for no reason whatsoever. Listen to all sounds at once. Keep the breath going into the abdomen for no reason. You're in control here. I've got this space, I've got this environment, there's nothing for you to do. You're 100% safe. You chose to be here, brother. You know it's Sunday morning, you know you're in Pish, you know your mate sitting to your left, so you're 100% safe. Do you feel safe? Please speak.
Yeah.
Beautiful, my man. So keeping that breath going now, that's kind of like your thing. I'll do all this stuff if you just do the breath thing, and at some time periods during this, I may say to you, please breathe, because of an altered state of consciousness, you may have kind of slowed your breathing right down, and it may make you jump. All right, so just know that's all right, that's normal if it does, because you can kind of drift off and it can make you jump. So know that that might happen and it might not. Who knows? It's not personal. Just like the sound of that, just about hear that car going past. Is that personal? Please speak.
Don't know.
You don't know, exactly. The plane going above, you can hear.
Yeah.
Is that personal? Please speak.
Don't know.
Good. What do you know, mate?
Not a lot.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
I'm quite nervous.
So put the awareness in the floor, pushing in your feet. Being still. You told me you felt safe. No, you don't need to be nervous. You don't need to be nervous. You chose to be here, brother. You're 100% safe. We've got instruments, and we've got voices, and we've got silence. And we've got whatever else is going on. Like the people going to church in their cars, brother. The people going to church in their cars, is that personal? Please speak. Is that personal to you? Please speak.
I guess
Are they doing it because anything you're doing, or are they just doing it? Please speak.
They're just doing it.
So, is it personal? Please speak.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I'm not sure.
Is it personal for you if they'd be doing it if you was here or not? Common
No.
sense. Right,
No.
well done. Thank you. This may get intense, and it's supposed to. This may trigger you. It's supposed to. Because that's the prime meat we're looking for, brother. That's why it's uncomfortable. So there's no joking, there's no jesting, there's no trick questions. There is no fucking about. This is a sacred sound ceremony, and it will get as intense as I need to make it till you fucking take it seriously. As I pour every ounce of what I have in me into this. All 51 years of my life experience into you, just for the next couple of hours. And you can choose to find that funny, you can choose to not be bothered, to love yourself and sit still and shut the fuck up and stop laughing. I've got to see what you feel, where the mind goes, and then we're going to tap into some of that later. But I'm just trying to show you how you can sit still, no matter what you're feeling, no matter what the mind does. You can learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable without doing anything about it, without having to win. Just loving yourself, loving these sounds. You could enjoy this if you wanted to. Just putting all your awareness into sound, listening to all sounds at once for no reason. The body enjoys it because it's the same as sound as the body makes on its own, and as the earth makes on its own. That's why it kind of feels soothing. So there's a science behind sound. Everything is vibrating here, whether you see it or not. And when you awaken to that simple fact, and you feel what sound does for you without you having to try and do anything, it kind of encourages you to shut up, or you don't hear it. Or you don't feel it if it's drumming into your chest and vibrating and bassing and pumping. Keeping that breath going, feeling the floor pushing in your feet, and feeling the chair pushing in your back. Feeling the breeze gently kissing your face, brother. Listening to all sounds at once, in stillness and in silence, knowing you can handle it, you're safe, you chose to be here. You can handle it, you're safe, and you chose to be here. Keep that breath going into the abdomen, nice and deep. And now I want you to really focus on elongating the out breath. Try and start making the out breath much longer than the in breath, and build it up so that you get to the out breath being twice as long as the in breath, please. All nice and gentle. There's no rush, there's no competition. Just in your own time, don't force it if it's not comfortable. Just take your time getting there, and I'm going to give you a minute or two silence for no reason. Just to build up that out breath, keeping the in breath the same into the abdomen. You'll notice once the abdomen's full up with air, the chest will fill up afterwards anyway. For no reason, it's just the body does it. with all of that awareness in the breath, all the awareness in all the sounds, all the awareness in the sensations of the floor pushing into your feet, of the breeze kissing your flesh. I want you to imagine, without opening your eyes, I want you to imagine there's a TV screen behind each eyelid, and just watch that telly. Put all your awareness into sight, into seeing. See all the colours, all the reds and oranges and greys and whites. For the first time, with no mind, when you close your eyes and put your awareness into seeing, there's no thoughts. Can you find me a thought, brother? Please speak. No. And you didn't do that either, because you're not the smells, you're not the tastes, you're not the feelings, you're not what's being heard, you're not those TV screens behind your eyes, you're not what's being seen, and you're not what's being thought. You, brother, are pure consciousness. You are the one that is aware of what is being smelt before words, before mind. So take a big deep breath in your nose for no reason. Fill that tummy up. See if you identify any smells. And watch the mind, don't add. Watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts, don't add. Watch your thoughts, don't add. You didn't know you could do this. Watch your thoughts, don't add. Breathing into the abdomen, knowing you can handle it in stillness and silence. Nothing's happening, you're safe. Watch your thoughts, don't add. None of it's coming with words. You didn't do it. Because you can't tell me what your next thought's going to be before it comes. Can you, brother? Please speak. No, so that ain't you. Like the smells ain't you. The sounds ain't you, the sights ain't you, the sensations ain't you, and the tastes ain't you. Oh, and then there's mind. There's thoughts, but there's the ego. There's a thing that thinks it knows everything, that sits in a chair and laughs because it thinks it has a life when they're just memories. There isn't anything, brother. There's this instant, what's coming through the five senses. You're not doing the thinking. It's not you. Watch your thoughts, don't add. And feel the air gap open up between the thoughts that you're watching and the awareness, that is aware of the thoughts. You're in that direction, brother. Not that bullshit that you've been believing for 34 years. Since the trapped energy, since the trauma, since declaring yourself a victim. All in words, all in thoughts. And you didn't do any of it, my man. That's the good news. The bad news is you still feel it all. As if it's real and happening in this instant. That's why you're permanently in fight and flight. And it ain't your fault, brother. It's just all you know. It's all your programming. It's all your beliefs. You're already whole, perfect and complete. And all we're doing here is having new thoughts, new beliefs. We're changing the story. You're safe, no one's touching you, and you chose to be here. Listening to all sounds at once. Keep listening to all sounds at once. Keep listening to all sounds at once. Listen to the silence between my words, the silence between my words and the gaps between my words. Really put all of your awareness on the silence between my words and the gaps between my words, and you'll sense that all my words sit in a silence. The silence is before my words and after my words. Is beneath my words, above my words, in front and behind my words. And you'll sense now for the first time as an adult, being calm, being still, being silent, watching the thoughts, not being convinced you are them, feeling the floor pushing in your feet, the breeze kissing your face, knowing you're safe. There's nothing actually happening. And it's just the mind doing its thing. It's all it knew because of its fear from the past. And that ain't your fault. And that's what we're going to tap into and let go of today. So if you can be patient and sit here and just be, for the first time, in love with the same thing as me, what's sitting in this chair, just for the next couple of hours, I promise you'll feel better than when you turned up. I promise, promise, promise. You don't do it, you can't fuck it up. It wasn't you, brother. It was the ego. It was that mind, those thoughts. Find me a thought that's real. Go. Any luck? Go and look for the one that is aware of what is being heard in this instant, in stillness and silence, in stillness and silence, in stillness and silence. Go and look for the one aware of what is being heard for no reason. Just stay there. listening to the silence all the time, the silence between my words, the silence between the bird song. I want you to visualize yourself in this beautiful green, lush green forest, brother. Whatever you have been to, imagine or dream of going, just make it the most beautiful visualization, the most lush green with the largest beautiful trees. You're the only one there, there's no one else there, just you and all the animals. You're in this body, in this form, in this instant, the only thing that's real. Because this instant isn't the past, is it, brother? Please speak.
No.
This instant isn't the future, is it, brother? Please speak. No, so this instant must be it. Whatever it is, whatever life is, or happiness or joy or whatever, it's got to be here in this instant with whatever's coming through the five senses in this instant, before words. Before words. Now, as the first and only human on the planet walking around that forest without a past and without a future that's actually real, because you're the first and only human on the planet, this is your first day on Earth and you've landed in this beautiful lush forest, knowing all that you know, looking up at the beautiful large tree, the biggest tree there, feeling it, getting close to it, touching it, feeling how deeply rooted it is, how still and solid and grounded it is. And look up at the top of the tree, this huge tree, look at it blowing in the wind, blowing in the breeze. This mystical, magical tree is both still and moving at the same time. For no reason. It's not personal. And then the mind will decide it knows what this is, because it knows what it knows. And if it knows what this is, it's going to tell you it knows what this is and it can make it better. It's called the ego, and it will create a next for you out of thin air. In this instant, without a past and without a future, this instant, the only thing that's real, without mind, purely your five senses, using your sight, sound, smell, feeling and taste, in this instant, can you find me a next that's real? Please speak. No. You've never created one of them either, brother. You've been tearing around this fucking world for 34 years thinking you're making decisions, that there's stuff happening, that there's problems, that you've had a tough life, all that trauma, because you know what the word trauma is and you've been told you've got trauma because you've had a tough life, because this is what you've been conditioned to believe a tough life is. So of course you're going to have a fucking trauma. It's just memories, it's not this instant. It's still this instant, by the way. Where does this instant begin and end? Please speak.
With me.
Where does it begin and end? Please speak.
I'm not sure.
Good. It's bullshit, mate. See how fucked words are? See how fucked words are? So you're in this beautiful forest, brother, with this great big tree. You're the first and only human on the planet. You're perfectly safe and still. Looking at that beautiful tree, as the first and only human on the planet, does language exist yet in that scenario? Please speak. Can you sense how in that scenario you have just been conditioned to call that thing a tree? You ain't got a fucking clue what anything is, brother. That's the mind being conditioned, programmed. It's all you know, so you think you know. The mind cannot know unknowing. The ego cannot know unknowing. This is unknowing. You won't find it anywhere else, brother. Only in non-duality. The truth, your truth. Not in that stupid fucking story that you've been believing. Believing you're the I or the me in that make-believe story in the mind. And the word mind is made up because we made all words up. The whole matrix is made of words, brother. It's broken. It's broken us as a humanity. It's created a sense of separation, a sense that you're the body, you're in there looking out, pressing buttons and pulling levers. When you're not, you're pure awareness. You're aware of smell, sound, feelings, taste, and sight before words. And then there's thoughts. And when we've all been programmed by the system, by the matrix, to believe we're the I or the me in those thoughts, and those thoughts, by the way, only arise out of a contraction in the stomach and chest, the contracted energy, the vagus nerve, or the sympathetic nervous system. which is what happens thousands of years ago when we get chased by a tiger or a lion, not when we're sitting in a fucking field. Safe, having chosen to be here on a Sunday morning, knowing there isn't a past that's real, there isn't a future that's real, and it's still this instant, and there's still nothing happening, actually. So as the first and only human on the planet, breathing into the abdomen, as the first and only human on the planet without language and without a past and a future, as that first and only human on the planet in that visualization in that beautiful forest on the first day when there's no language, does time exist yet, or are we just spinning around the earth? Is there any watches or clocks or any numbers? Is there anything in that scenario? Please speak.
No.
Beautiful. Sit in that. Sit in the we made it all upness, and we've all been trickedness, because we don't know what anything is, brother. That's all we know. All we know is we've guessed, we've given it a word, and we've believed it forever. And we've used all those words to create all these sentences, create all these objects, like that's a shoe, that's a cup, that's a life, that's trauma. But that's just words. They're not things. They're not here. They're just thoughts, and you're not doing it. It wasn't you. You're not the I or the me in it. You're that is aware of your thoughts. Go and look for the one that is aware of what is being heard. Stay there for no reason, breathing into the abdomen, elongating the out breath. And without moving, knowing you can handle it, go and look between the words fear and fearless and see what you find. Don't speak. Stay in the nothingness for no reason. It's not personal. Stay in the nothingness for no reason. See how empty words are? See what you've been doing to yourself with those words? By believing them in the mind that you just had to learn. You didn't know words, brother. You're still alive. You still had a life, so-called life. As 1 year old, being held up, facing the ocean. You didn't know what that was, but you were still here. Maybe a year later it was called Wawa. Maybe 2 years later it was called water. Maybe 3 years later it was called sea. And then 20 years later it's called ocean. It's the same fucking thing. But it's no thing, because it's still a thing at 1 year old before words. It's not changed. Anything about it has changed, brother. Nothing about that ocean, water, Wawa, sea has changed. Ever. It hasn't got better or worse. That's the mind deciding that, based on its conditioning and its emotions and its egotistical nature. It's not your fault. You didn't do it. You're not doing it. It's happened. It's not happening now, and it can't happen again because it's still the same instant. You're just growing in it. There's no lifeline, brother. There's no time here. It's a concept. We are spinning around the sun, the end. But for logistics, for sequencing, to help us be organised, yeah, let's have time. It saves us all trying to do the same things at the same time or guessing where we're going to be when. It enables us to communicate, to be sociable and to live together. It enables us to learn and teach in physics and geometry and understand. It's amazing, but it's not anything. It's still just all words and thoughts. None of that exists, what I just said. It's just another story, like the story of my life in your head. Like the story of, until now, you've believed yourself to be the I or the me in that story of my life, in that head, not your head, it's not yours. It's a head, for argument's sake. Because that head isn't called Liam, is it? Is your head called Liam? Please speak. Are the arms called Liam? Please speak. Tummy, legs, bum, knob, balls. Is any of it heart? Is any of it called Liam? What bit's called Liam, please? Please speak. Oh, why are you calling yourself that then, brother? Please speak.
That's what someone called me.
There you go, my man. It's all you know, isn't it? It's all your conditioning. It's fitting in. It's doing what other people expect of you. Not disappointing. Living up to other people's expectations. You end up living a life that they want you to live, not what you like to do. And that's exactly what you've been doing, brother. You've been living a life that you believe other people expect of you without knowing it, because you've believed you're the I and the me in the story of my life, and that it's actually fucking real. Because in this instant, the only thing that is real, without a past and without a future, what is suffering? Please speak.
Something that's made up.
Sit in that. Breathing into the abdomen. As the first and only human on the planet, before time, before language, before suffering, what's happening? Please speak.
Nothing.
Beautiful. Well done, brother. For no reason, and even that ain't personal. Your awareness in all the five senses. Be really present with this beautiful body of you that you're getting to use for a few years whilst it's breathing. With your consciousness aware, be able to sense and connect with these five senses. That's all that's happening. There is a consciousness. It ain't in the body, by the way, because if I chopped your arm off, you'd still be Liam with one arm. You don't lose consciousness. So you're not the body, you're not Liam, you're nothing. You're before words, brother. As the first and only human on the planet, what was you? Please speak.
Human.
Yeah, but that word didn't exist. So what was you?
Nothing.
Beautiful, brother. Beautiful. That's your truth, my man. You're fuck all. You're like a dog and a cat. You certainly ain't a fucking I or me in a story. Being aware of all the five senses, putting your awareness. Go and look for the one that is aware of what is being smelt. And just stay there for no reason. Stay in the stillness, stay in the happiness, in the joy, in the neutrality, in the groundedness, in the homeostasis, in the no mind. Where the body knows it's safe, there's no mind. And when it knows it's safe, like this, it knows it's safe, because with the music, with the vibration, it knows where it is. It was able to land and connect with the body without the mind doing it. That's why it's just shut down on its own, brother. And you didn't do it. You can't quieten the mind using the fucking mind. It's moronic. Who ever thought of that? You silence the mind by understanding how fucking safe you are in this instant. The end. But when you believe you're the I or the me in the thoughts, and you believe that's your reality, and it's telling you you're not safe, you need to do better, you ain't good enough, you're alone, you've been abandoned, that's just how it is, mate. in this instant for that body that has been conditioned to be called Liam. And that's all right, that's just how it is. Take it or leave it. And I promise you, if you take it from this instant and just react to the 5 senses, not the mind, you'll start pissing yourself at that story and it goes on in your head. Now you see this. Now you're awake to the isness, to this moment, to all that's happening. Because in a beautiful visualization on the planet, in this instant, if you imagine everybody else, all 8.3 billion people on the planet, for the next 1 minute, shutting the fuck up, standing dead still, not even moving 1 millimeter, not even blinking. And we turned off all machines and tech just for that same 1 minute. Just allow yourself to feel what that would feel like in this body, in this instant. For the next 20 seconds, I'll be silent. So assuming the rest of the world is going to stay silent and still for the next 40 seconds, for the rest of that 1 minute. In the first 20 seconds of that 1 minute, where everyone was silent, standing still, and there was no machines or tech on Earth, what was happening on Earth? Please speak. The only way anything happens on Earth is by you believing you're that thing in your head and reacting to it and creating a next out of thin air. There's nothing ever happening, brother. Nothing's ever happened. Nothing's happening. And nothing is ever going to happen outside of people believing they're the story in their heads. And it means something in this instant, and that it's real. Purely because all you've been conditioned to do, and to be clear, it's all you know, so there's no other outcome possible. All you've been conditioned to do is to react to them. Because it's all you've been conditioned to do. And that ain't your fault either. But the mind decides it knows why you're reacting, it's telling you to react because you made this decision, but you're not doing any of it. You can sense when there's safety and there's no mind, there's pure stillness and silence without trying. That's here, that's homeostasis, that's back in the body. And you didn't do it, because you didn't create the fucking mess that sat down, the laughing, gibbering mess, the nervousness. It was all coming from that story and reaction of the mind, wasn't it? Because you didn't know any of this then. And that ain't your fault either. So you can see how you can't forget this, unlearn it, lose it. You can be a cunt and ignore it if you want and carry on living like you've been living and believing that story. If you can't be bothered, if you can't be disciplined. Or you can rise up, brother. You can sit up. You can breathe into that abdomen, say, am I safe? What's coming through my 5 senses? Fuck off mind, not today, thank you. And just crack on. Because the system has been designed to do this to you, brother. Through the education, through the media, spirituality, faith, education, food, medicine. Just all you know, brother. It's all you know. It's all you're allowed to know. The same people program all of the same things that I just mentioned. So they program you. They program you to fall out of your neocortex from fear, and the neocortex in your brain is the adult. So it keeps everybody a child, frightened, fearful, panicking, and what that does is it makes you susceptible to them. They can do anything they want. They can inject anything in you. They can put anything in the sky. They can put anything in your food. They can put anything on the telly. And there's fuck all you can do about it. And all of a sudden it's your life as well. And you believe it's real. You've believed it and it impacts you and affects you. But you see from this place with no mind that you're fucking immune to that crazy bollocks, man. And you imagine everybody on the train, on the tube, scrolling through their phones, through their lives in their heads. There's nothing happening. They're going through a metal tube under the ground. That is all that is real to them people. And they not even know it's happening. That's how unconscious they are. All of a sudden, they're at work. Oh, it's my stop next. Oh, fuck me. Oh, Jesus, yeah. I was just enjoying my life. No, you weren't, mate. You was fucking asleep, you mug. And that ain't personal either. It's just how it is. And given your 34 years, There was no other outcome possible, brother. So no, it's not your fault, and you see that now, you feel it now, which is why it's still and quiet inside, and without you even trying, there's still no mind. And you can allow yourself that. You fucking worked so hard to find this peace, brother. To find your truth, the truth of what you are not. Go and look between the words doing and not doing. Stay there for no reason, in stillness and silence, in the brokenness of the mind, in the awareness of what is in this instant, all there is, in the isness. In this instant, the only moment there is. There's no time, brother. You can use time like you can use language. You choose to use language when you want. You can choose to use time when it suits you, brother. And you can say no graciously and gracefully from the heart, as long as you don't hurt yourself or hurt anyone else. You are the only one who knows what's going on in that body, who knows what it needs, and the only way you'll ever know that is by sitting in stillness and silence, connecting with the five senses and watching your thoughts don't add. Watch your thoughts don't add. You're safe, you're safe. In stillness and silence. I've got this space, I've got this space. Doing amazing, brother. Putting all of your awareness into the sensations in the body, brother. Do you feel nice and safe? Please speak.
Yeah.
Beautiful. knowing you can handle it and you don't need to move. Whatever is felt in the body, I'm not going to touch you, no one's going to touch you. Whatever is felt in the body, just put your awareness, like you're putting your awareness in what is being heard, put your awareness into what is being thought. Don't move when you go and play back the darkest day in memory in your life, the darkest day in your life. Don't move, breathing into the abdomen, knowing where you feel it, watch it in the body, putting your awareness like you watching it like the clouds, without playing it, without joining in, without resisting or wanting. Just watch it like the clouds. Wherever that sensations may arise when you go to that darkest day, the same day, stay on one day, stay on one day, stay on one day and feel it all. Feel the energy of those that are there, what was said, what is felt, what was thought, what was done. Feel it all and allow it to be there. You're safe, you chose to be here, you just brought this reaction. I'm showing you your conditioning to that. You're safe, you chose to be here, I'm right next to you, brother, and you're doing amazing. Showing you clearly how conditioned mind creates emotions in us, where we feel them in this instant, and then we believe it's real, or the nervous system, the body does believe that it's real, and it wants to do something about it. It doesn't need to, because it was just a conditioned response to what was in the past, and there isn't anything happening in this instant. And whatever is going on in other people's heads, in their stories of their lives, is unique to them. You've got no idea what that is. And whatever you think it is only going on in your head. Even if you had a thought about every 8.3 billion person here on the planet, every single one of those my lives is unique. Every single one of those my lives, because they live in fear with that contracted energy and a busy mind that you don't have anymore, by the way. Because of that, the mind spins up. It creates the story of next to make you safe, to get out of the isness. But the reason it's always anxious and depressed is because there's only the isness. There's not two of this, whatever this is, that we've called life, or words, or objects, or things. Because they're not doing anything, they're not nothing. We made them all up and gave them all a name and a label. But the label is the thing, the word, the language is the thing that makes us feel separate. Because if you imagine yourself in that forest and it's pouring, tipping with beautiful warm rain and you're soaking wet, imagine the rain pouring on you. You're fully safe. Just enjoying that rain pummeling you, brother. That warm rain in the forest. Now, if you simply remove the word rain, just the word, but carry on visualizing that, what separates you now? Please speak. What separates you from the rain if you remove the word rain when you visualize it pouring on you?
What's coming down?
Yeah. And what is coming down? If it's before words, what's coming? What's happening? What's coming down? What's going up? What's right? What's wrong? What's good? What's bad? Before words, before judgment, before mind.
Like, do we feel like
Doesn't work, does it, mate? Words don't work. They're not real, mate. Anything you say ain't real, but your body believes it is. Like that reaction that it had, whatever you felt when you went to that darkest day in your history. Because it's not happening, but you felt something. Did you feel something in your body when you go to that dark day? Please speak. Yeah. So in turn, without moving, without even nodding, going back to that awareness, where did you feel it strongest in the body without moving? Please speak.
stomach?
All right, brother. I want you to work with that without moving. Put your awareness in it. Don't label it. Unlabel it. Don't call it good or bad. Don't call it a sensation. What is it before language? Sit in that amnesia and allow it to be there. Watch it like the clouds, because you're not doing it, remember. This is just all on its own, like breathing, like hair growing. Just let the mind finish it. Now it understands that emotion. Because what emotion was that in the tummy, brother, as a 34-year-old man with no mind, knowing your truth, speaking your biological truth from your gut, your instinct, not the thoughts, not the fucking mind. Take your time and wait until you know your first answer, what that sensation, what emotion that was in your tummy. Don't let the mind talk you out of your first answer. Please speak.
Sadness.
Beautiful, darling. And approximately on that day in history, what age was you? Please speak.
8.
Feel the energy of a sad 8-year-old in the body. of a 34-year-old in this instant and allow it to be there. Now you understand what it is, and just don't add to it. Don't add. Right? You didn't add to your thoughts. Good boy. Well done, brother. Keep breathing. Well done, brother. That's amazing awareness, self-awareness. Watch your thoughts, don't add. Keep breathing into the abdomen. Feeling the energy of a sad 8-year-old in the body of a 34-year-old. In this instant, the only thing that's real, without a past that's real, and without a future that's real, in this instant, where you're safe and nothing's happening. And let your body, your nervous system recalibrate that, which is what it's doing. It's neurodiverse, right? Sorry, mate. It's neuroplastic, your brain, so it's rewiring. This is the word that we've labelled tolerance. So this is you learning to be comfortable being uncomfortable as an adult for the first time. Actually, first time since you was 8. First time you've not had that feeling in your tummy or expecting it to become. But it's done now. On a scale from 1 to 10, how is the tummy feeling now, brother? Now you understand it. Please speak.
1 being what?
10 being what it was, the worst, when we just went to that memory, and none being, 0 being, I don't feel anything anymore.
No.
Sorry?
4 or 5.
Okay, cool. Let's call it a 5 then. So let the day play out again in your mind and feel it all, brother. And now you've proven in stillness, my man. Good man, well done. Dropping in, listening to the silence between my words, feeling the chair pushing in your back and the floor pushing into your feet. Listening to all sounds at once. Watch the day play out. Watch that 5 go to a 4. And I want to show you how you just fucking lost from the mind, brother. It ain't a 4, it ain't a 5, it ain't a 10. It's a fucking whatever's happening, my man. Now see it down to a 0 and stop fucking about. It was a 34-year-old man in this instant. How are you feeling? Do you feel safe? Feel like a man, or do you feel like a frightened little 8-year-old in this instant? Please speak.
Don't know.
Okay, cool. I'd like you to sit there in silence, don't speak, and just gently nod when you're going to fire the last time. Decide that's a 0, understand what it is, that it ain't actually, nothing's happening. Now you understand what it was, because you triggered it when I asked you to go to that day in history. So you triggered the sensations, you identified it as sadness. And as an 8-year-old, when the thing, whatever made them sad, they would have had a belief. The 8-year-old Liam would have had a belief. On that day, what belief did he have that made him sad, brother? Please speak, when he was 8. Not your mind. Tap into your gut. And just wait till you know the fucking truth. Don't stop playing games. Ignore the mind, it's not you, you're not doing it. Sit in silence and gently nod when you know you're a man, not a frightened little 8-year-old, that you're safe and there's nothing happening in this instant, coming through your 5 senses, and you're just allowing yourself the space to understand the truth. That's all that's happening here, and in that you learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and in that you stop energizing the thoughts, and in that they stop. And you don't do anything. Just trusting how you feel, that gut reaction, that truth. It's what belief does the 8. It was you. If you went down the pub and said, "Yeah, I had this fucking feeling in my gut when I was 8 years old, and then I feel sad because of." Please speak.
Story that I created.
Yeah, my man. Feel the truth. Keep still. Keep still. Don't swallow. Breathing into the abdomen. Don't add. Watch your thoughts. Don't add. So, see how the mind's just tried to convince you that it was you creating the story of the mind. So you said it's the story I created, and even that wasn't you, brother. See how tricky it is. See how nuanced it is. Anything with the word I in it, or me in it, or mine in it, or my in it, is the mind, is the ego. Because there's nothing happening, mate. So that 8-year-old, now you understand why that sensation was there, that he'd believed something that he didn't even create, that wasn't true in this instant. You can't ever do anything to him, ever again. It's not that, it's this. It's still this instant, and there's still nothing happening, and you're still safe. Whilst nearly every other human on earth is still sitting, doing whatever they're doing, those that aren't asleep, or those that are dreaming and those that are awake, walking around doing their thing, are just being like a robot, being the I or the me, doing all that they know. That's why their life's going around in a loop, because it's all they know. They're too uncomfortable to go into the unknown, which is what you did today, brother. For the final time, you stepped out of your little boy masculinity up into your man masculinity. Was prepared to sit there like a fucking man. Take it. Take what you created unconsciously and own it. The beauty being there's actually nothing to own. They're just memories. It's not a my life that's real. They're just fucking memories. Like photos, like snapshots in a database. But because the ego needs to decide what it wants for itself, it can't ever have enough of anything, the ego, by the way. It only knows meing, taking, because that's all it knows. That's the only tool it has to try and help itself. But none of it is real. It's doing it to itself. It's the dreamer creating its own dream, the mind. It's the dreamer and it's a dream. And so knowing that, brother, you can have beautiful dreams. Like visualizing you're the first and only human on the planet. Now you know this, just allow yourself to visualize that and allow your body to feel it. Feel that, write a new story, play with this fucking reality. That's loving yourself, man, for no reason. Body just likes to rest, it likes to feel still and silent. And it's able to recover, it's able to just process all that it's been doing and not try and keep up all the time using mind. Now you see this, what we show in this awakening. You just don't have any excuse, brother. Not anymore. It will catch you out, it will, because it's your conditioning. You don't lose it in an hour in the park. But you also don't lose that no contracted energy and no mind, brother, because it's done. Now with that sadness in your tummy, with that knowing of that belief when you was 8, I want you to go to that day in history again, brother, in mind, and visualize it. Put all your awareness into the sensations in the body and tell me if there's anything there that is unpleasant or you can't handle or you don't understand and you can't just fucking get on with shit. Please speak.
I don't know.
What don't you know, mate? What are you waiting for? What will make you know? What will make the ego know? Please speak.
I'm not sure.
Why are you prepared to say that when it's not you? When it's not coming from your gut? When you know there's nothing happening, when you know you're safe, when you know you're not your thoughts, when you know you're not the I or the me in the thoughts, because you see it, you feel it through awareness, through consciousness. Not a silly story that's got nothing to do with you. Certainly nothing to do with this instant. It won't have it, mate. It won't fucking have it. It's the ego. It needs you and your discipline. knowing you can't do anything about the past isness, knowing there is no future, there's still this instant. The future is simply a thought. Not only is it simply a thought, it's a thought that you've already had about the so-called future. So you've had the thought already about the future, so you had it in the past. It's just a thought, it doesn't exist, the future, it's just this instant still. Oh, and then there's memories. And if you want to call that the past, that's fine, but it's not real. It's not real, it's just memories. Like you walking across this field to sit down, it's just a memory, it's not real. Like you visualising a bright red strawberry, big strawberry, it's not real. Like thoughts trying to feel, it's not real. The thoughts have got nothing to do with what's being felt. The sights have got nothing to do with what's being heard. And the mind uses all these words and concepts and conditioning and beliefs and systems to make truths out of thin air. And then we live it. And we wonder why we feel shit all the time and sad all the time when there's nothing happening. Doing amazing, right? Doing fantastic. How's your shoulders physically, neck? If I've got a little massage gun here, can I touch it on it? All your awareness into what is being felt. Now go and look for the one that is aware of what is being felt. Right? Don't add to what is being felt. Don't add. Watch it like the clouds. Like you're watching someone else's body. You're watching a movie. But you can feel it. And it's not happening with words. It's just what is being felt. It's just one brother loving another for no reason, looking after him, keeping him honest. I know the body likes this, but nothing to do. This ain't personal either. The body loves this. I don't like it. Me don't like it. Me's not breathing. I'm not breathing. The body is. And then there's this conditioned emoji, this thing that you've believed called Name all your life. And it's a word, and it has memories. But what it has in real life is the same instant, the same isness, the same moment, the same massage gun, the same smell, the same sounds as this body. So why is your experience different in the body to this? When we're in the same isness, in the same instant, it's purely of the conditioning, brother. You see it from here. And you see when there's no mind, and when you watch the body without adding, watch the sensations without adding, the mind doesn't try and create a next out of thin air for you. And it stays quiet. Because it knows it's been called out. And it's beautiful. And there's a humbling in that, there's a sobering in that. There's a no craving in that. There's just what is in it. It's just this instant, my man. Before words. You get a sense of what's happening here before words. It's fuck all. It's just me looking after you, man. As the second human on the planet, I found a massage gun and I was just fucking looking after you. Don't need a story, my man. It's only happening in this instant, and then it will be happened, and it won't ever happen again. Ever. The same as whatever happened when you're 8. Whatever made you sad and whatever made you, that trapped energy in the tummy, be trapped. Whatever, and that wasn't your fault, by the way. The body does that to protect you. It doesn't know what to do. Because presumably it would have involved at that age some type of primary carer, wouldn't it? So feeling all of that, brother. Good boy. Just watch it all, don't add words. Just watch it like the clouds. Fantastic. Good boy. Now you understand it. Don't let the mind add. Don't let it create a new story out of fucking thin air. Just stick with your truth, breathing into your belly, into your truth. Putting all your awareness into the floor cushion of your feet. It's doing this to your shoulders. You can hear and feel the vibrations. Putting all your awareness into the isness in this instant. And you can feel the love coming through this gun into these shoulders. There's no story going on, brother. And they ain't your shoulders either. You're just aware of what is being felt. Last bit. What I'm going to do after this, brother, is I'm going to put some noise cancelling earphones on you. And I'm going to play some, they're called binaural beats. Have you heard of them before? Yeah, just going to play them, and that's just bringing your left and right hemisphere into a nice balance, into what's called hemisync. And that'll just be for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put an eye mask over the top of that, so it really blacks it out. So he basically it's going to turn off the sense of sight and the sense of sound, just for about 10 minutes. And I'm going to just sit you with the inner sensations and the mind, knowing you can handle it. Is that okay? Good man. Well done, brother. You're fantastic. Put these earphones over you, please don't move, know you can handle it, and then a minute later I'm going to put the eye mask on. And it ain't going to be perfect, it ain't going to be how you would have done it, it ain't going to be perfect, it lies. But know for 5-10 minutes you don't have to move, you can just be comfortable being uncomfortable. Just trusting that you're safe and that you can tolerate it. Don't move, I'm just going to put the eye mask over, and it might feel like I'm putting your head about a bit, but just put your awareness in the sensations and don't add any words to what is going on. Don't move, don't move. Going to be some flashing lights. It's going to do the same thing that the sound did and just work on synchronizing the left and right hemispheres of the brain. And it can be a bit psychedelic, which can be nice. Just 10 minutes. Don't move, don't move. Keep your eyes closed, please. How are you feeling, brother? Good man. Well done. The sun shines from you and the moon shines from you. The stars shine through you. Remember, 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 remember who you are. Dream beautiful dreams. Dream beautiful dreams. Dream beautiful dreams. Dream beautiful dreams. The sun shines from you and the moon shines from you. The stars shine through you. Remember, 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 brother, who you are. Dream beautiful dreams. Dream beautiful dreams. Dream beautiful Give us time and we wonder why. Do what we can, we laugh and we cry, and we sleep in your dust because we've seen this all before. Culture fades, your tears and grace, leaving us stunned, hollow as shame. We have seen this all before. Many tribes of a modern kind, doing brand new work, same spirit by your side, joining hearts and hands in ancestral twine, ancestral twine. Many tribes of a modern kind, doing brand new work, same spirit by your side, joining hearts and hands in ancestral twine, ancestral twine. Slowly it fades. Slowly we fade. Slowly you fade. Slowly you fade. Emane yo 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 yo. 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 know it's been thousands of years and I feel you're hurt, Liam. And I know it's wrong, and you feel you've been chained and broken and burned. This beautiful old Liam, this wise old soul's been ground down for far too long by that spineless man, that greedy man, that heartless man, deceiving man, that government hand, taking blood and land, taking blood and land, and still they can. But you're dreaming that your warrior spirit lives on, and it is so, so, so strong in the earth, in the trees, in the dust, in the water, in the blood, in the air we breathe. Soldier on, my good countryman. Keep fighting for your children now. Keep fighting for your land. Slowly you fade. Slowly you fade. Slowly you fade. Slowly you fade. Hey man, yo 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 yo. 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 Give us time and we wonder why. Do what we can, we laugh and we cry, and we sleep in your dust because we've seen this all before. Last song for me, brother. Just, I'm going to talk you through reintroducing vision, but how to do it with no mind, and it'll be lovely and trancy and still, just like this, but with what is being seen. So just enjoy this last song. This song is my song to you. My thanks to you for your trust and openness, for your tolerance, and for what you're taking away from here. I'm going to share with the world from your heart. Thank you, Liam, for being. Thank you for seeing. Thank you for showing me the wonders of your life. Thank you for smiling. Thank you for crying. Thank you for showing me the depths of your heart. And I know even if we part, we are one. We are one at heart. This is not the end. We will continue, friend. That's the wonders of life. Shining our light. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for showing me the depths of your soul. Oh, thank you for playing. Oh, thank you for praying. Thank you for making space for spirits to move through. And I know even if we part, we are one. We are one at heart. This is not the end. We will continue, friends. That's the wonders of life. Shining our light.
Isn't the money but the time you spend? Isn't the things you have the things you share? Isn't your possessions but your love and care? So tell me, how well did we live? And how well did we love? And how well did we love? To let it all go. What matters in the end?
If you are aware of a state which you call is, or reality, or life, this implies another state called isn't, or illusion, or unreality, or nothingness, or death. There it is. You can't know one without the other. And so as to make life poignant, it's always going to come to an end. That is exactly, don't you see, what makes it lively. Liveliness is change, is motion. So, you see, you're always at the place where you always are. And you think, wowee, a little further on we'll get that. I hope we don't go further down so that we lose what we already have. But that is built into every creature's situation, no matter how high, no matter how low. So, in this sense, all places are the same place. And the only time you ever notice any difference is in the moment of transition. When you go up a bit, you gain. When you go down a bit, you feel disappointed, gloomy, lost. You can go all the way down to death. Somehow, there seems to be a difficulty in getting all the way up. Death seems so final. Nothingness seems so very, very irrevocable and permanent. But then if it is, what about the nothingness that was before you started? On the contrary, it takes nothing to have something. Because you wouldn't know what something was without it. You wouldn't be able to see anything unless there were nothing behind your eyes. The most real state is the state of nothing. That's what it's going to all come to. Don't open your eyes. I'm going to talk you through opening your eyes. Do you feel okay? Good man. All we're going to do is, in a minute, when I ask you to raise your eyelids, I kind of want you to not move anything at all whatsoever, just for a couple of minutes. And I'm not going to touch you, I'm not going to do anything, but what I am going to do is kind of
talk you through doing some stuff what we call cerebrally. So I'm going to tell you some stuff. Your mind's going to go into and do it, and it's in the head, but it's going to make your eyes do something different. So it's going to change the experience that you're going to have, the consciousness, the awareness of seeing, allowing seeing. What we're going to be allowing seeing to happen all on its own without that tension in the tummy that isn't there now. Looking, so we're allowing seeing to happen instead of looking for a thing. And since you was 8, your thing that you've subconsciously been looking for is whatever you were trying to do to get you out of that sadness that was trapped in there from 8 years old, that isn't there now. And you didn't do that either. It's just when you learn to understand the sensations in the body as an adult, the nervous system can accept it. It just didn't know that as a kid, so it shut down. It's designed to do that, to protect you. Otherwise you'd have been in despair. But it stayed shut down, mate, for the next 26 years, until this moment, this instant. That's why you have no mind, that's why your body is peaceful and still. That's why you're just at one with what is in this instant. No mind, no words, no my life, no thoughts out of thin air, just what is aware of what is being heard. That's all it takes, brother, just to step back from the thoughts, and then it doesn't all kick off inside like that. No one ever teaches us. But it brings us a new kind of empathy to for our primary carers, because they didn't know this. They're stuck in that matrix, they were stuck in it, they'll always be stuck in it when you're out. And you see it from here, you see everyone living their unique stories out in their heads, thinking it's real. Missing what's being smelt, seen, felt, heard and tasted in this instant, where you're perfectly safe as a 34-year-old grown-ass man with just love in his heart, and that's what you found. So I want you to just try and connect to the essence of the 8-year-old you brushing his teeth in front of the bathroom mirror, feeling his innocence. Can I see a little tiny gap in your lips, please? Just relax your jaw, that's it, mate, and just let your body feel. It might not like that to start with, but know you can handle it. Now you're nice and still and safe. No one's touching you, they're just sensations. And we made all those words up that we call the sensations. And the mind all on its own decides if it's good or bad, whether it likes it or not, and it ain't you doing none of that. It's all conditioning. It's all what you've been conditioned to think is good and bad. And it ain't, it's just what is. Nothing that's happened is good or bad. In this instant, what's happening in your life is good or bad. It can only be good or bad in the head, in the mind, in the story. And it ain't you doing it. The judgment ain't you, my brother. Your love, your this stillness. Gap between the senses and that is aware of what is being sent before words. So, in a minute I'm going to ask you to open your eyelids, and I'm going to ask you to not move your eyeballs, not even 1 millimetre, and so you're not choosing what's being seen in this particular instant. And then once they're open, I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to make your eyes do weird stuff, but you're going to like it if you just sit with it, breathing into your abdomen. It's just elongating the out breath. So don't look for something too far away, because we don't really want you to strain, but I do want you to be able to focus. Just to your left is a tree, a phone stand, and all sorts of stuff. There's not a lot in front of you, so kind of try and edge yourself towards the left before you open your eyelids, so we're not moving our eyes once our eyes are open. And in your own time, breathing into your abdomen on your out breath. When you're ready, putting your awareness and your sensations in the body, open your eyes. Unlabel, don't add, no words, unlabel, amnesia, remove the backstory, unlabel, no words, unlabel. Now, without taking your eyeballs off of it, also include the sides of the room in your awareness, so you're seeing 180 degrees, breathing into the abdomen. Knowing you can handle it, the stillness and silence, it will start to feel a bit trancy, and just know you can handle it. It goes really peaceful and still. Now include the ceiling and the floor in the room as well, and just keep your eyes on where it's at. So nice and wide and nice and tall, knowing you can handle it. Breathing, into the abdomen, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the jaw, breathing into the abdomen. Now without moving, just focus on the gap between you and that, the air between you and that. Watch the air, watch all the fluff, the specks, the flies, and stay in that, in the air, stay there with that, breathing in the abdomen, and we'll have a couple of minutes of quiet. For no reason. Unlabeled. Amnesia. Space behind the thing. I want you to know that there's space behind the thing, but still look at the thing. Your awareness is in the space behind the thing, but you're still looking at the thing. And the size of the room and the top and bottom. Breathing in the abdomen, relaxing the jaw. Sense how there's nothing happening. When there's no point. It's like this permanent. To trust yourself, to put in the work, to sit still. I've never done that before. That's all it takes, which is nothing. It takes nothing to do nothing. And be still and silent. And not create next. Now that the body knows this. And watch when you go into that memory now, how there's no sensations or negative thoughts. It's just, yeah, got it. I got it. It's not a 10 out of 10 anymore. I'm human, I feel my memories. It's cool, but don't actually make them real, they're just a story. And I didn't do it. I wasn't awake. Now I am wide awake. For no reason, nothing's changed. Except everything's changed. And you can see from this place, you can dip into that matrix whenever you want. You do it gracefully, and you lead from the heart, Rama. And I promise you, it'll all be good, because it's all there is. And you've got to make that land somehow. But there ain't nothing happening. That's why it ain't good and it ain't bad. It's just what is. And that's alright. It's the same for everyone, no matter what their unique story says in their head. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You just didn't know this one. You thought it was that story. Can you sense that? Please speak. That you didn't know the story, and that the mind, that noise that isn't happening now, has spent its life convincing you, and it's upsetting, it's sobering, it's humbling, it's all of that as well, but it's still just what is, they're still just words. And you'd have been conditioned to feel those words in a certain way, based on how you felt in the past. The body will react based on what it's done and what it's expecting from what happened in the past, and that's all it does, that's all it knows. It's got nothing to do with this instant, my man, and you are 100% safe and loved and always happy. Can we hug you? Where's your ego, Dave? Well done, brother. How you feeling? Just take your time. Don't need words, alright? I'm going to stop recording, okay? You don't need words. It's all muddy what this is.